The huge reason why I love time skips in anime or just any manga series in general is the anticipation of your favorite character or characters to see their amazing powers after the time skips, and you see the fruits of their labor of the training arc. And when it comes to Yami, Yami was the character who I truly been waiting for to see what kind of new powers he will have after the time skip, because he left off on such a good note. We see him strike Zagrid and he was able to affect the devil, and now that we know that he has the powers, he's arcane to affect devils, this chapter showcased that to another degree. And there was so many new spells in this chapter from Yami that I know for a fact that this is only a fraction of his newfound powers after this time skip, so I'm really excited to see what else he can do. Chapter 245 was a splendid chapter, but if you have not read that chapter yet, pause this video, join my Discord. The chapter link will be in my server in the Black Clover spoiler chat. I will post it there, then I will just ping the comment. So look for the pinned comment and I will add everyone so you will see it there. So before we dive further in this review, guys, remember to like this video, subscribe if you are new, I'll appreciate it a lot. So let's talk about Black Clover chapter 245, Yami versus Dante. So this chapter starts off where we see Gray and Vanessa are excited to see Fenrir's back with Yami. And Dante notices his presence and say, "So this magic, you are Yami Sugehiro." And one thing I gotta acknowledge, and I don't know if this was just Tabata's way of drawing Yami this chapter, maybe he just did it without realizing it, but Yami looks much bigger in this chapter. Maybe this was just Tabata's way of showing the increase of muscle mass that Yami did, during the time skip. Maybe Asta wasn't the only one. And we know that for a fact because we know Klaus got bigger and Leo got bigger, but Yami, he looks like he gained at least about 10 more extra pounds of muscle, but maybe that's just the way Tabata drew him in this chapter. But I wouldn't be surprised if Yami went back to the gym as well. Yami tells Dante, "Looks like it's spade devil possession, but I don't really care, I'm gonna kill you." And Dante says, "Splendid, evil intentions." And we know that Dante loves this response because a few chapters back we seen that Dante gave this speech to Asta saying that the true human nature is evil intentions. It is evil itself. Humanity should be evil. So he loves this response from Yami because Yami says straight up, "I'm going to kill you." That is evil intentions, but it's really not that evil because Yami is here to defend his teammates, so he's in the right. Dante then used his gravity magic, presence of the Demon King, to bring down Yami and Fenrir. And we know when Dante used this spell, it affects all magic in that surrounding area. Fenrir couldn't properly use his spatial magic, which brought him down. While Yami was falling, he was able to catch Fenrir. And you see Yami with all his dark magic aura just all erupting around him, and Dante is really impressed because when he used this attack before, no one could stand up, even Asta, until Asta got in his berserk black form. But Yami, he's doing this with ease, and he goes on to say that he learned more things during this last half a year. Let's test it out. And he uses his new spell called Mana Zone, Black Blood, Dark Magic, Black Moon. Now, when the Viz translation comes out, Black Blood and Black Moon may not be the correct names of the spells that he used, but one thing we know for certain is that Yami used Mana Zone here. And with this Mana Zone spell, Yami was able to erase the entire area that was covered by Dante's gravity magic, erasing Dante's spell completely. And Yami didn't even have to swing his sword, just his presence alone was able to erase this entire spell, just by standing there. That is really impressive. We seen Asta was able to erase Dante's gravity magic spell with the swing of his sword, but Yami just doing this just by his presence alone, that is crazy. And Dante is extremely impressed by this as well. And while Yami was doing this, he tells Fenrir, "Go check on the others." Seeing all these new Mana Zone spells that Yami did in the beginning of this chapter, it just makes me curious of how, Marileona or the other captains have learned how to use an advanced state of Mana Zone. I'm really curious about that now, so I'm excited to see them in the next coming chapters. Dante then levitates a rock and starts using it with his gravity magic, launching it at Yami but increasing it at a hyper speed. Yami was able to react to it in time, slicing it open using Dark Dimension Slash. Dante mentioned that he sliced through space. And again, we know that Dark Dimension Slash is able to do this. This is why it's called Dimension Slash. So that is something that happened in this chapter from Yami that I wasn't really shocked by seeing, because we know that Yami has this ability. We even seen him do this when he was fighting elf-possessed Langris, and he sliced through his spatial magic. Even Jack the Ripper can do this as well. He sliced through spatial magic as well. So that's why I believe that Jack the Ripper is an arcane stage mage, but hopefully we get to see him do something in his arc, because I want to see that. He hasn't truly had a real moment yet, so hopefully this arc he will have that. Dante then goes on to say that, as expected of an arcane stage mage, we desire. Dante then creates a sword, then uses gravity magic heavy in-fight gladiator, and him and Yami starts to clash with their swords. Both of them start dodging each other's attacks at a fast rate, and Yami even acknowledged that Dante is really quick. You know, he's using his teleportation moves, but Yami is still able to keep up. And the excitement look on Dante's face, I love the way that Tabata drew this, because he's so excited. He goes on to say that, Yami, this is great. You know, he's going all out. He's having more fun than he was fighting Asta. When Dante used his heavy in-fight gravity magic, Asta was done in seconds. But Dante, he knows he cannot do that with Yami. He has to increase his power a bit, but he has not increased his devil percentages yet. We're not really sure what his percentage is, but my guess is 100. I feel as though he's still holding back. But this time we can tell that he is more serious fighting Yami. He's having fun. Yami then goes on to say that he's predicting my movements by Mana Zone and reading Ki. So there it is, folks. You know, a lot of people were saying that Dante is not using Mana Zone, and I made videos explaining that Dante is using Mana Zone. So there it is. Dante is confirmed using Mana Zone. But one thing I'm really impressed by that Yami revealed is that Dante is able to read Ki. So that just makes this guy more of a beast. But Yami then goes on to say that he doesn't reach the level of Julius though. So I'm really curious about that. So now it kind of confirms that Julius is still the strongest character in Black Clover we've probably seen so far. You know, you can debate if Julius is stronger than Licht and Lumiere. You know, we haven't really truly seen Licht in his prime. You know, we've seen Demon Licht, but we never seen Licht in his prime. You know, the Elf Reincarnation arc, that don't count because he wasn't his true self. He didn't even have his grimoire. And even, you know, Lumiere, his stone form in that arc, it was his weaker state. You know, he couldn't really use the fullness of his power. But when we seen him fight Demon Licht without the stone form 500 years ago, he was so strong, he punched Demon Licht. Just punched him and made craters fly up on the ground. But narratively in the story, it was showed that Licht and Lumiere are equal. So you can still say they are the strongest character in Black Clover so far. You know, both of those guys. But Julius, if he was to fight those guys, it will be an amazing battle. That's all I gotta say. But this is Dante not, you know, in his full state of power yet. I still think he's holding back. So Yami saying that he has not reached the level of Julius though, he may be uncertain because this is not Dante all out. Maybe Dante all out is stronger than Julius, because Yami even states that the sword that Dante is using with his gravity magic, the speed of it is unrestricted because he has gravity magic. So Dante, speed-wise, is just insane. Yami goes on to say that you seem to know me quite well. Are you some stalker or something? And Dante says, yes, my goal is you. You are a key to connect this world and the afterworld. Now, this can be interpreted in two different ways, because the Viz translation sometimes refers to the Underworld, which is the demon world, the afterworld. But, you know, in this case, maybe the afterworld is what Dante is really after, because we know that the tree of Yggdrasil, the one that William can use. In Greek mythology, the world tree is called the tree of Yggdrasil, and it has the ability to connect different realms. So maybe, you know, we seen William, he has the power to connect, you know, this tree to the afterworld. We seen when he used with Licht, he sent the souls back to the afterworld, the afterlife, which I think about afterworld. Maybe Dante wants something or someone from the afterworld who died, or maybe, In the vid translations, once that comes out, he means Underworld, which is the demon realm, which the vid translations might put. And now that we know that William is an arcane stage mage, and with that world tree of Yggdrasil, maybe still that realm, one of the realms that's connected to that tree, is also the Underworld, and maybe Yami is a key of slicing the world open with this dimension slash, since it's called dimension slash, and open up the world. Maybe that wall, that glass wall we seen when we first seen Dante, maybe that wall is, covering up that Underworld, and the only person that can slice it open is Yami. I know I'm supposed to be doing the review right now, but I'm over here theorizing. I'm making videos right now. that's like 2 videos right there, so I'm gonna just save that. Yami then responds saying, "What nonsense are you talking about?" Dante says that, it's a shame to know that Yami Sukehiro is a dirty and vulgar character. How come all these people with unique magic gathered to a man like this? It's my first time ever being jealous of a human, so I thank you for this new evil intention. But all your arcane stages are already mine. From now on, they will work under me. And again, I said this in many reviews, but Dante does not talk human. He doesn't seem human to me at all. Just the way he speaks, it seems as though this is the devil, that it's corrupted him so much, he talks like he is a devil himself. Like him and Lucifero are one and the same. And maybe that is the case of having a devil connected to you for so long. So, I need a backstory on Dante fast, and hopefully Asta doesn't go down this route, with the devil that's inside his grimoire will try to take over his body even more, and Asta will start speaking like him as though he's not human. And that is something to speculate on. Yami then says, "Work under you, stop talking nonsense. I just like them, that's why I put them in the Black Bulls. To a creepy guy like you, I have no intentions of giving away a single person." Yami then uses another new spell to end this chapter, saying, "Mana Zone Condense, Dark Cloth II Slash," and speed blitzes Dante, slicing right through him. And that was the end of the chapter. That cliffhanger, that is how you do it. The power of Yami in this time skip, the ability to just stand on air, or his ability to float, his, new powers of Mana Zone, and able to compete with 60% Dante with ease. This was an amazing way to end the chapter. I'm really impressed by Yami. And, we already know that Dante isn't dead. He cannot be dead after this chapter. If he is, I will be really shocked. I will be disappointed, but I doubt it because Dante is the leader. So I'm guessing that maybe Dante will go up to 65 to 70%, go all out on Yami for a little bit and maybe capture somebody, because right now he's not doing a good job. Ever since Yami showed up, he shouldn't have been playing around too much, and now Yami is serious. So good chapter. I'll give this a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Remember, join my Discord that is in the description. I'll leave it in the comment section as well. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new with notification bells on. You guys take care of yourself. Have an awesome life, and I'm out.